Yeah. I thought like, they were right. We were really close. I was proud of the way we competed. We lost 4-1, but the way those games went, it could have been 4-1 us. You know what I mean? And we were 1 and 2 plays away in a lot of those games. And I just think, them being a championship team, it showed through. Down the stretch, we would play them close. Control the game, and then with about 5 minutes left, they executed better down the stretch in a lot of those games. When we needed 1 or 2 stops, we couldn't get them. When they needed 1 or 2 stops, they did. So, like CJ and AC said, we were just, we were that close. But it's a part of our growth and a part of our process. And, it was a great experience for us. It was a really close 4-1. It was really close. So I was really proud of what we did. And now we gotta grow on that.
And already there's been a handful of guys who said that they're going to stay in Portland this summer and train here. What does that mean to you, and how would you describe the culture that's developing?
I mean, that means a lot because I stay here every summer, and I'm used to coming in here and like, man, I can't. I wonder when everybody else coming back to town. You know what I mean? And the trainers here, the coaches here, and it's an empty gym. So, and even after the game last night, on the plane, I started getting worried already. It was I was sitting on the plane like, man, we had some success this year. It was unexpected. It was no pressure. Next year people gonna expect a little bit more. And I started to get worried about, too many pats on the back. And, they weren't supposed to do this, but they did that. I started getting worried. Um, but we don't have those kind of guys. We got hungry guys, we got humble guys that work hard, and we had a taste this season. As a young group of how well we could do, and what it takes. And we lost to a really experienced championship team, so that makes me happy to hear that so many guys gonna be here working out in the summer because that lets me know that they see how close we are. They see how important that's gonna be going forward.
Why is that important to have guys here in Portland?
Um, because if so many guys are in Portland, that means we're spending more time around each other, and just I think this season everything that we accomplished, a lot of it was because of the amount of time we spent around each other. Um, we developed we developed relationships. Bonds were formed, and we cared about one another, and we wanted each other to do well individually. Each guy kind of were superstars in their role for the team, and what allows you to do stuff like that and kind of put yourself aside for the team is when you actually have love for the person next to you, and you want the best for the team. And when so many guys are here in the summertime, even though we spend so much time together during the regular season, that only gets stronger. So I think that'll be great for our team.
And Lillard, you think about the people leaving this year? I mean, you obviously already had that kind of feeling that was going to obviously take more this year. But I'm wondering if they more kind of want you if you learn anything or kind of recognize something that you did before.
I mean, when things go well, you'll get credit for it, and when things don't go well, it'll be, a lot of the questions and a lot of the comments will be directed at you, and that's something that I've always been willing to accept. So that it didn't really bother me. Um, but the thing that I learned that's been huge over the course of the season was just when you have so much responsibility, and you need to do certain things for your team to be successful. And when you're not playing well, you got to still be vocal. You got to still have a presence and in huddles, on the court, making plays, communicating what the other team sets. With the coaches when the coach tells them to play, still being locked in enough to have my ears open and then repeat it to the coaches so they can kind of prepare us for what's coming. And when I'm doing well, to still be able to have that same presence. So whether I'm doing well or not, still being able to be focused enough and allow the team to see that regardless of what my situation is, I'm still going to be the same person and the same player, and have that same presence. And I think That was one thing I learned early, and when I had my struggles and our team didn't do well, I was consistent with everything that I did then, all the way through to last night.
Damian, how do you think this playoff run helped the growth and maturation process for this team?
The experience as a whole, playing against the Clippers, against a really good team, and um, winning the series, and them being at full strength for what 4 games, 3.5 games, and us competing with them. We fought with them. The series is 2-2, and then you go from being in a situation as a super underdog to where now it's like you guys should win this series, and we grew in the moment. You know what I mean? We didn't shy away from it. We handled our business. Game 5, game 6, we ended it, and I think that showed growth. And then obviously having a chance to play against a championship team, a team as good as Golden State, and pushing them to the limit. I think it was this entire experience has been just great for us going forward, confidence wise. Helping us have a better understanding of what it takes to win those types of games, win those types of series. And now we come back understanding what playing hard, playing together, executing late in games, we understand better going forward what that allows you to do. So, it should make us a better team next year.
Damian, is there a moment that's going to stick with you this summer as you're training? Kind of a moment or a vision that you'll feel
If I had to say one moment, I would say probably last night after the game, just walking back to the locker room. It was a lot of like security in the hallway, and people like that, and some of them was security at my high school, and people that I knew from around the city. And it was just funny that they was like the entire series, they weren't saying anything. You know what I mean? They was just doing their job. And then last night it was like, man, Oakland proud of you. We love you. And things like that. And to me, it was like the competitor in me was like, all right, they didn't say nothing all week, and now it's we proud of you and all that stuff. And it's all love because I know I've been knowing them. But it made me realize that, the next time I'm in that situation, I want to be coming out saying goodbye to them, and, it was one of those things where it's easy to say, we proud of you and good job, because at the end of the day, some of them, they Warriors fans, so, that's when it was easier for them to say that to me. But, the next time I want to be going out of there, and it'll be easier for me to say something back, to say something to them like, you had a good season. So that'll stick with me.
You guys have a lot of free agents on the roster. Do you expect Neil and Terry, as a team leader and captain, to confer with you about plans and communicate with what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll communicate what the plans are with me. But like I said in the past, my job is to be a good teammate, to make sure that I put in my time and become a better player. And that's what I'll do. When they ask me my opinion on something, I'll give them my honest opinion. But I love all the guys that we have on our roster now. And I think going forward, if we continue to grow together, we'll be a good team. So obviously, it's a business, and rosters change. Players make decisions for themselves. So when that time comes, then we'll see what happens. But when they come to me and ask for my opinion or what I think about something, I'll tell them what I think.
So much of free agency now, especially with big time free agents, is being comfortable with who they're playing with. And a lot of times they send guys to recruit.
Yeah.
Is that a role that you're comfortable in? Will you kind of take the leadership in doing that?
In recruiting,
Or yeah, or talking to guys.
I mean, yeah, I'll talk to a guy. If it's about making our team better, of course. I can't say, well, I'm not gonna go say nothing to him. If it makes our team better, and I can tell whoever the guy might be what they can do for our team, and how our team could help them. Why it would be a good situation for them, and why I think them being a part of our team takes us to the next level, and so on and so on. But I would be a part of that.
What would be your pitch, so to speak, or how would you try to sell a guy on the Lakers?
I mean, I'm not gonna try to sell anybody on anything. You know what I mean? I think being on the team, like I said, with guys that care about the guy next to him, guys that work hard, guys that we don't have jealousy. Guys care about winning, and we care about each other, and I don't think that's very common in the NBA now. And because of how we started, a young team, guys that didn't get much of an opportunity, um, and we brothers. Our locker room is brothers, and for somebody to be welcomed to be a part of that, and guys willing to accept you being someone that can help us go to the next level, I think that's something that um, players would want to be a part of. I think what we have here is something that players would want to be a part of. So I think that sells itself.
And then what's the next step for this team as far as moving from being a fifth seed to being one of the upper echelon teams in the West? What's going to take to get there?
I think the next step is not accepting it. You know what I mean? You obviously coming into this season, we weren't even expected to be a playoff team, and we didn't accept what everybody expected from us. We had our own goals. We had our own plan in mind, and I think the next step is not accepting just, all right, let's just get there. You know what I mean? Let's get there and compete. Now is let's get there and let's go win it. And it all starts in your mind. And we got to put in the time to make that a reality.
And you're a guy who Brad has really gotten after it at the beginning of the season.
I can't. I,
So you've tended to really have a rigorous offseason with the offense. Considering kind of your status now on the team and where you're at in the league, do you still plan on doing that? And also, can you say your thoughts on your plan?
I mean, it doesn't matter what my status is with the team or anything like that. I'm going to do what allows me to be who I am. Um, I'm going to train the way I train. That's what I've always done. To get a scholarship, that's what I had to do. To make it to the NBA, that's what I had to do. To be a starter in the NBA, that's what I had to do. These are, that type of work ethic and that type of workout schedule is what has allowed me to do what I've done in my NBA career so far. So I think as you get older, you got to be smarter. You got to do certain things smarter, and it might be having a better diet. It might be taking a day off in between instead of going 5 days a week. It might be 3 days a week and sharper and more detail and stuff like that. But I'm always gonna do the things that allow me to be who I am. So my workouts will be, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna put my time in, and I'm gonna come back prepared.
Why is it important to Warriors respect you?
I
Why is it important to you the Warriors respect you and your team?
I mean, you don't. First of all, because we show respect. You show respect. You want to receive the same. You want people to respect you as well. But um, just because a lot of going into the series, there was some outlets that already had the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, and um, they looked right past us. And they were talking about how the Warriors were looking past. The Warriors, they should be worried about the Spurs or OKC. And our job was to come out here and let them know that it wasn't just going, you're not just going to shoot by, and it's not going to be sweet out here. And the way we played, we made them respect us. We made them have to be champions. They had to win those games. They had in game two, they had to really play well down the stretch to beat us. Game four, they had, it went to overtime. And Steph had to go crazy in overtime. Last game, we were 2 buckets and 2 stops away from winning that game. So, it was just important for us to go out there and not just accept a first round series win, and say, all right, we playing the Warriors. You know, it's gonna be tough. We went out there and we made them respect who we are, and we made them go out there and they earned those wins.
One last question, and we gotta wrap it up. What would it mean to you if Terry gets extended?
That would mean everything to me, just because I haven't always been a fan of change, first of all, but you come into a situation like this and to have a guy that's as open as he is, the freedom he allows guys, how comfortable he makes guys. He's a really good coach. And as long as I'm a part of this organization, I would want him to be a part of the organization, and he deserves it. In his first 4 years, we've been in the playoffs 3 of those 4 years. We won a series in 2 of our 3 trips to the playoffs. The kind of person he is, I mean, I can go on and on about why he deserves to be extended. He should have been Coach of the Year. And I don't, the impact that he had on our team this season was huge. Just at the start of the season, we kind of, we were 11-20 at one point, and he never changed. He never panicked. He didn't come in here yelling and, in a bad mood. I thought he did a great job of holding guys accountable and not, allowing us to slip up and, relax and fall into being a losing team. But he was always supportive. At times when I've struggled, he's still shown faith in me. Just a great overall person and a great coach. And I'm happy to be his point guard, and I think he's more than deserving of an extension.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks, Coach. Hey, 1 minute. You were nominated for the Magic Johnson Award by the Professional Basketball Writers Association. You didn't win that, but each chapter in the NBA now is awarding a local award. And the Portland chapter unanimously voted you as the recipient. We're going to call it the Jerome Kersey Memorial Award for media cooperation. So we all really appreciate the time and stuff that you give us.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
It'll be presented next year with the plaque.
Appreciate it, man.